What's going on? My name is Sharana. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about everything you need to know about Ella and Mila nail polish products. They are a nail polish brand that you can buy from places like Target, and they reached out to me, sent me some PR, so thank you so much. I have no obligation to post this video or talk about them in any way, but I wanted to share what their polishes looked like against my skin tone and give you a little bit more information about the brand in case, like me, you didn't really know much about them. So looking at the About Us page on their website, it says this line of lacquer was born from the simple idea of creating an eco-friendly yet high-end product. Inspired by the twin daughters of one of the founders, whose names are Ella and Mila, which is very cute, the luxury brand took sale. They release a new collection of lacquer every couple of months, and as of 2017, they actually started doing color cosmetics and some body care products as well. I haven't tried any of those things. We're just going to be sticking with the nail polish for today. But just so you know, they do have some makeup and body products as well. This brand claims to be Acetone-Free. They're one of those like clean beauty type of brands, which personally I'm not a fan of. I'll get into that a little bit later. They do have a full list of 17 different ingredients that are not included in any of their nail polish products. So I will show you that list right here. If that's interesting to you, if that is important to you, say that you have a sensitivity or an allergy to any of these ingredients, or you just choose to not include them in your own cosmetic products, that's the full list right there. They're also PETA certified. So again, if that's something that's really important to you, good information to have. Now, the reason that I'm not a fan of clean beauty brands or nail polish brands specifically claiming to be 5 free, 7 free, 10 free, X number free is mainly because as somebody with a toxicology degree, listing the ingredients that are not included in your product doesn't really do anything for me personally. If you're claiming that your brand is clean, that just implies that another brand is dirty and bad and toxic. And honestly, it's just not true. So to me, it's all just marketing, and it's pretty misleading marketing, especially when you have some brands that may try to boost the number of how free they are by including ingredients that would have never been put into makeup or nail polish products in the first place. But just as an example, one of the ingredients that's not included in their nail colors is acetone. Acetone is nail polish remover. So I'm not a cosmetic scientist, but I don't understand why somebody would include a nail polish remover in a nail polish. To me, this kind of looks like they just added that ingredient onto the list to kind of boost the numbers and make the list look higher so they can say that they're more free than other brands. If acetone is going to degrade your product and break it down and remove it from your nails, why would you put that in the nail polish? It's just going to make the formula not work. Having acetone listed as an ingredient that's not included on the nail polish honestly makes me side-eye just a little bit, to be completely honest. But again, that's just me. That's just the gripe that I have when it comes to the marketing that happens when it comes to nail brands. The clean, the non-toxic, the how free are we.
We're 10 free, but you're only 5 free, so we're better than you.
To me, if you could take all that marketing away, just tell me what makes your products good. Do you have nice colors? Does it last long on my nails? Do you have shades that I would actually like to wear? Shades that look good against my skin tone? Is it at a decent price point? And let's go from there. Let's talk about what's actually in the product and not talk about what's not in the product. Okay, about aside, let's go to some swatches. When the Ella and Mila team reached out to me, they said that I could pick out one collection kit, which includes about 5 or 6 shades, 5 colors of my choosing, so just pick any random 5 that I wanted to get, and that they would also send me a nail polish remover bottle and their nail polish remover wipes. So we're going to go through all the swatches of the colors that I got, and then we'll talk about the nail polish remover stuff a little bit later in the video. All of their polishes are vegan, animal cruelty free, quick dry, chip resistant, and made in the United States. Let's get into the swatches. First up is Pucker Up from the collection. This one is a bubblegum pink shade, and for me personally, because it's such a light shade, I felt like this one needed 3 coats instead of just 2 coats. It's a very, very light pink. Bubblegum pink, I think, is a really good way to describe it. Not a shade that I would wear personally, but it's not something that looks bad against my skin tone. I think if you like light pink shades, you would really like this one. But again, it did need 3 coats in my opinion. Next up is Time for a Bonfire. This one is described as a neutral, warm, pinky mauve shade, which I think is a good way to describe it. It's definitely kind of pinky, but it also has some of those mauvey undertones. Very neutral, a shade that I actually really like. I'm not into pinks normally, but I do really like this color. Next up is Till Forever. This is described as a pinky brown, rosy mauve shade. Definitely think that the description is accurate. This shade is very, very similar to the one right before this. Slightly more rosy than the one before this one, but looking at them in the collection set, honestly, I would prefer if this was a tiny bit darker so you could see more of a difference between the two, but it is a nice color. Next up is La Vie en Rose. This is described as a dark brownish purple berry shade. Really, really like this color. This is a deep purple. It's not too rich of a shade. It's almost like a muted shade. Would be really nice in the fall. Personally, I tend to wear colors no matter what season it is, so I would wear this year round. But really, really nice shade. Only needed 2 coats for this one. I probably could have done a third, but I think I just messed up on the first coat personally, so I think 2 coats would have been fine. And last up is Holiday Fling. This is described as a dark brown burgundy shade. Absolutely love this color. This is such a deep, deep, deep shade. It almost looks black. Only needed 2 coats for this one, which is really good. And yeah, it's got that really deep burgundy undertone to it that's just gorgeous. Absolutely love this color. Next up is Rosé All Day. This is described as a metallic golden brown copper shade. Love this color. This is such a pretty metallic shade. It says it's more golden brown copper. I almost see this as kind of like a rose gold shade. Only needed 2 coats for this one to get that metallic finish. I think that this one, maybe with a little bit of shimmer on top, would be nice. But honestly, on its own, as just a metallic, beautiful color. I absolutely love this and will be wearing this more often. Next up is Oasis. This one is a holographic red-orange shimmer. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I absolutely love holographic nail polishes, so I had to throw this one in. This one is really, really nice. It's almost like a neutral shade against my skin tone. It's got a little bit of that pinky orangeness to it, a little bit of coral action going on. Holographic sparkles, we love. It's more of a linear holographic, and you can see when the light flash is on, the holographic just shines right through. So definitely like this color a lot. Only needed 2 coats for this one too. I've already worn this one as a full manicure, and I really liked it. Next up is Purple Rain. This is described as a sheer dark purple with a matte finish. Now, they do suggest that you put on 1 coat of white polish as a base before you put this on, and that way you'll get like a neon glow. I can't find my white nail polish right now, so with this one, I just did 3 coats of the shade, and I think it came out pretty well. It came out not sheer at all. The 3 coats definitely gave it more of that opaque look that you might be looking for, and it's a beautiful color. This is so vibrant, so fun, something I'm going to be wearing all summer. Next up is Amethyst Kiss. This is described as a shimmery royal purple with a satin finish. This color made me a little bit sad because looking at the bottle, having that really, really vibrant, rich, deep purple shade with a little bit of blue shimmer to it looks absolutely beautiful. And I wanted that look on my nails, but it took a good like 3 coats to kind of get that look. I may have needed to do a 4th coat to actually get it to look the way that I wanted it to. This is just with 3 coats. One of the coats underneath was a little bit thin, so you can kind of see that patchiness there. Kind of disappointing. Maybe I'll have to try this again with thicker coats next time, but I was really hoping for more from this shade. And last up, we have Violet Skies. This is described as a holographic lights purple shimmer. Another holographic shade, another purple shade. Had to get this one. This is really, really nice. This one is similar to Oasis, the way that it's that linear holographic color that's going to have those holographic sparkles show through when you have like direct light flashing onto it. Really, really pretty. Only needed 2 coats for this. A little bit more of a muted purple shade, not as vibrant as one of the other ones that I tried, but still, as soon as that holographic jumps in, it's so sparkly, it's so pretty. Another color I'm going to be wearing a lot of. So next up, let's do a wear test and see how long these polishes actually last on natural nails. I don't have a base coat from them, but I'm going to just use my Halo Taco long-lasting base coat. This one works really, really well for my nails, so I figure let's give it a fair shot and use a really good base coat underneath. And then I'm going to actually use their top coat that they sent me called What the Gel. So this is described as a gel-like top coat. It's not an actual gel polish that you're going to have to cure with a lamp. It's just one that kind of gives you that gel-looking finish when you're done. It says that it's designed with a volumizing texture that offers a plump, glossy finish, and the thicker film will offer a protective shield to help prevent splitting. That's pretty nice. I do tend to deal with some splitting and peeling to my nails, so I'm really curious to see how well this actually holds up. It says that it will maximize the wear characteristics of nail lacquer and smooth surface imperfections, and the thicker formula will provide reinforcement and protect your nails as well. All right, let's paint our nails and see how this looks when we first put it on. day 1 of this manicure. I did this on May 30th, so you can see this is what they look like right after I painted them. Look at Pineapple sleeping in the background. He's so cute. Yeah, love this color, even without the white base coat underneath. It's very vibrant, very pretty. Yeah, it's a nice polish. June 3rd, this was about 4 days later. You can see some wear and tear, a little bit of growth in my cuticles, not too much. My right hand, I'm right-handed, so I had a couple more chips on that hand, but not horrible. I did wrap the tips when I was painting them too, but you can see that by June 5th, about 6 days later, it was time for me to take this polish off. I had some bigger chips on both left and right hands, and for me, my nails underneath will break right where the nail polish chipped off, so I was like, to save my own nails, it's time to take this polish off. But yeah, they lasted about a week, which I think is pretty common when it comes to me and regular nail polish. So let's get into this removal. First up, I wanted to try their bottle of soy nail polish remover. So it's acetone-free. I asked for the unscented version. You just kind of put some on a cotton ball. They say to hold it to your nail for about 20 to 30 seconds and then kind of scrub to get the rest of the polish off. So I'm doing all of this in real time so you can see just how long it takes for me to like hold that remover directly onto my nail, and we'll see how long it takes to come off. Remember, I have 1 layer of base coat, 3 layers of color, and then 1 layer of top coat. Kind of massaging it in after about 20 or 30 seconds. Didn't really do a lot, so we gotta keep holding it for a little bit longer. Now, I have no problem using acetone as a nail polish remover. They do make some additives that you can put in so that way it doesn't dry out your skin and nails as much. But even with the drying out, I don't mind doing it just because I don't usually want to wait this long to take nail polish off. If that's not you and you want to make sure that you're using something that's not going to be as drying and doesn't have acetone in it, then I think this could work for you. You're just going to need to set some time aside to actually get the polish off because it's not going to be very quick. So you can see it is starting to come off here. I'm kind of just like massaging back and forth, kind of scrubbing, using the cotton ball to get the corners of my nails and get that nail polish off of the edges. So it definitely does work. You can see there's a little bit of like a residue on my skin from different moisturizing ingredients that were in the remover. And then, yep, took off this whole hand using basically the same cotton ball, just kept reapplying remover. Next up, we're going to use the soy remover wipes. So this is the same solution as what's in the bottle, but in wipe form. So travel friendly, maybe a little bit less messy depending on how you use it, but it's the same idea. These wipes are a pretty big size for someone who's just using it on your nails. You can see compared to my hand, it's a pretty good size wipe. The pack that I got only has about 5 wipes in it, but I think that you can buy larger packs as well. So I took the wipe out of the pack and I'm kind of just doing the same thing I did with the cotton ball, just kind of holding it up against my nail for that 20 to 30 seconds like it said on the directions, and then gently kind of massaging and scrubbing to get the polish off of my fingernail. I wonder if because of the texture of the cloth of this wipe, having those little like holes in it, it's almost a little bit scrubbier, very, very gently compared to like a regular cotton ball, because this tended to come off a tiny bit faster. It didn't take as long as it did using just a cotton ball and the free solution. Could have been the technique, could have been that I don't think I held it that much longer, but anyway. Something that I wanted to try, instead of taking the entire wipe out of the pack, is to see if you could use this as more of like a travel-friendly, less messy way. So I put the wipe back in the pack, and then at first I was trying to do 2 fingers at once. Spoiler, that's not going to work well. You gotta just do 1 at a time. So basically just massaging the outside of the pack to massage the remover onto my nails to kind of help take that polish off without me getting my left hand super dirty and messy. Not dirty, but messy and covered in nail polish remover. I also think maybe doing it this way, you're going to get a tiny bit more warmth because your body heat's going to tend to like very gently warm up the wipe. And I know that adding heat can help take off nail polish a little bit faster. You shouldn't like heat up your remover. Please do not do that. But the tiny bit of that body heat can help to take off the polish a little bit faster. and it works. I did that for my whole rest of my right hand. Polishes off both hands, and you can see no damage, no polish left. It works. Those are my thoughts on Ella and Mila as a brand and the products that I got to try myself. Personally, I would still say I'm not a big fan of the way that they do their marketing when it comes to like the clean and non-toxic side of things. But overall, if you can look past that, I think their products are pretty good. I like the nail polish formulations for the most part, and some of the colors are really nice too from the ones that I tried. It did last me about the same amount of time that most other nail polishes last. As long as you're doing good nail prep and using the right base and top coat for you and your nail chemistry, I think that the polish will last you a decent amount of time. Price range is pretty comparable with other nail polishes in this kind of mid range. You know, they're not too expensive, but they're not drugstore like $2, $3 polishes either. And I think the formulation kind of matches the price point, so that's a good thing. Having an acetone-free nail polish remover is a really good option for people who don't want to use acetone. I don't mind using it, so it doesn't really bother me one way or another, but at least the acetone-free products do work well too. And yeah, overall, I think they're a pretty good brand. Thank you again for reaching out and sending me that PR, Ella and Mila. Really glad that I got to review and try these products for the first time because I'm not sure if I would have tried them otherwise, to be honest. I kind of get happy and kind of stuck in my ways with the products that I like using, so this was really nice to be able to branch out and try something new. If you have tried Ella and Mila products, what did you think about them? Did you try their nail polishes? Did you branch out and try maybe the body care products or even the makeup stuff that they just launched? Drop all your thoughts down in the comment section below. So if this video helped you, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all of those YouTube things. If you want to buy me a coffee to say thanks, my Ko-Fi link is down in the description box. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at The Manicured Scientist. I also recently just started streaming on Twitch if you want to come hang out and do nail stuff. Maybe we'll play some games. So that's at Manicured Scientist. All those links will be right here on the screen. All right, I think that's it. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.